The worst stock for the week clearly was Tesla, TSLA. We thought it was topping, and I put out a premature video around the second week of June, so that would be about 3.5 weeks ago, where we said that the bubble has popped. Well, it took a little bit more time for the sellers to come in, so we were early on that, but still, I would say, really very, very right about it, and alerted people to the fact that there was going to be a decline. And actually, the stock moved down 14% for this week, and has moved down from 387 all the way down to making a low of 307. So a little bit premature, but if you listen to us, you either sidestepped or capitalized on some 80 points on the downside and some 20% decline in Tesla. So we're going to take a look at this Tesla chart, and you will see what we were looking at in here. So I'm actually going to do some little longer term analysis in here so you can see what we were looking at. First of all, you see this right over here. That is the longer term, or the what we would consider showing up on a monthly chart. So you get a rally and a sell-off right in here. So if you look at the next timing right in here, the rally and then the sell-off. So this sell-off looks like it points into October right there. Now, there's some smaller cycles in here, and this goes to the middle of August. That could actually make a bottom in the middle of August. And there's some smaller ones right in here, which goes out till nearly October. So sometime in here, in we're going to call it late August to late September, which makes the most sense to us, will be the low. And that's, there's a lot of variance in these, but you could see this huge collapse. It gets up into this area between this the 78.6% of the major fib extension, and just above this minor 100% fib extension confluence. That would be a great spot for it to stop, and you could see that. Now, our downside target actually is this cycle low right over here, which is the 38.2%. So that would take it down to under 300 in here, and that would be sometime in August, or we'll call it mid-September. We're not exactly sure when those lows are going to come, but we do think that it's going to be pretty, let's say, a lot of good downside waves in there. So let's just switch over here as we blow up the daily chart. And you could see, speaking about blow up, this is a blow up. And when we look at the smaller cycle rhythms in here, we look for a low, a temporary low, to come in mid-July. That's about, we'll call it 3 or 5 days away, in this area of the cycle low supports. That lines up this cycle low and this cycle low. So this is an important area. We're expecting just a little bit more downward chop in here as it gets to around that $300 area, and then a pretty good bounce. You could see this cycle in here. This bounce, which may be even tradable on the long side, you could easily get from close to 300 or around 300 to 320, 325. Good trade, right? But then we think it fails and moves down again into much later to that low. Now, when I highlight this cycle right over here, that points to August 4th. So that's that shorter weekly cycle. So we think there's going to be a decline, a rally, and another big decline. You can see into that period of August, and Tesla, which we spotted nicely as in trouble, certainly has been. I would say that you look for this little bottom to form, look for a bit of a pop, and look for more on the downside in Tesla. 14% down on the week, and definitely a stock that we sniffed out and we think has more downside to go. So look for a bounce, maybe 20 points or more on the upside, but then down again. I hope you enjoyed that video. Be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel, and also go to askSlim.com and become a level 1 member. No cost to you, and we have some special videos for you to see. I know you'll enjoy it.